Guys, what's going on? Welcome to Serial at Midnight. My name is Heath, and in this video, we are going to discuss Fox Film Noir. This is my almost complete collection of Fox Film Noir DVD releases. I feel like I'm a waiter carrying a bunch of plates out to the table, carrying a bunch of orders out, maybe a stack of pancakes. Maybe I'm in a cartoon and nobody told me. But I have been collecting this line for years. It is still not quite complete, though I have gotten very close. So, look, we love film noir here at Serial at Midnight. We have quite a bit of noir in the archives, but it's Noirvember as I'm recording this video, and I've been thinking, how do I want to approach Noirvember at Serial at Midnight? And I have eventually just decided to show you the stuff that I'm passionate about, the releases that mean a lot to me. This line means a lot to me. I've been tracking some of these things down for a long time. And so, better to just share my passion with you. And we'll go through kind of an overview of the Fox Film Noir line so that if you're in the middle of the collection or if you're interested in picking it up, you can. So, of course, these movies all come from 20th Century Fox, which is... well, now it's a Disney company, right? All these movies are now under Disney's umbrella. So the future is going to be interesting for what fate holds for these old noir films. Now, I should say, some of these releases do have newer, superior versions on Blu-ray, thanks to people like Kino Lorber and some of the boutique labels. But I want a complete DVD collection as well. I want the full set. So we'll go through these one by one. I will say Fox Film Noir, these are 20th Century Fox movies that were released on DVD between 2005 and 2008. So that's not a long window, but this came from that golden age of DVD when studios were really cleaning out the vault. They'd put out all the big hits, all the blockbusters, everything that was there that could make like tons of money, and they were looking for what else they could release. And of course, studios like Fox, Warner Brothers, that have been around for, since the dawn of the studio system in the early days of Hollywood, had all these materials in their archives, and they were just cleaning them out, giving us things that we thought we would never get before. And what makes these Fox Film Noir releases so special is that they were doing it with a high level of prestige. So let's just take a look, for example, of Volume 1, which is Laura. A great example of film noir. One of the most... Laura, people will often name Laura as one of the best examples of film noir, and I agree. Gene Tierney, Dana Andrews, Vincent Price is in this movie, and it's before his horror, larger-than-life period. This is a different kind of Vincent Price. This is... what year did this come out? 1944, so this is almost like a leading man, young Vincent Price. But look, we have the proper aspect ratio. It's been restored. Tons of special features here. We have an extended version with the alternate opening. There's the 2 commentaries. There is several documentaries, one about Vincent Price. One deleted scene in the theatrical trailer. And you guys know I love a booklet, and we have a booklet. And this is not just like, it's a list of the chapter stops. We do have a list of the chapter stops, but we also have the information about the movie for the noir scholar, the noir enthusiast. So the lineup, the look, the story. Oh, you guys, everybody get a look at that. She is one of the reasons that Laura is so great. And the scoop. So you can see they're really bringing a level of preservationist enthusiasm to it. These are not just general market releases. These are really focused on film history, and I love that about them. So Laura, of course, does have a Blu-ray release, but this was first, and this was mighty. This was a big deal. Let's just go through these one by one, and I'll show you the gaps that I have. I also just really want to show off the cover, the DVD covers, because they feature that original poster artwork so effectively. So this is number 1 in the line. 26 releases, 24 of them are numbered, 1 through 24. The last 2, not numbered. I'm not sure if Fox was planning on just a wider, not numbered line. I don't know why they would abandon the numbering, because collectors, you guys know, right? Collectors are suckers for the numbers. Hard to pass up those gaps in the numbering on your shelf. And that's one of the reasons that I'm still trying to complete this collection and track it down, even all these years later. Okay, so number 1 is Laura. I'll show you guys the back of the box too, so if you want to freeze frame and maybe do some zooming to see what's on them. you can. Jimmy Stewart in Call Northside 777. Apologies to the Stewart estate. We have a commentary, Fox Movie Tone News. It looks like a newsreel, possibly. That was number 2. Number 3, I'm going to have to check the spines because there are gaps. Number 3, Panic in the Streets. I have this one on Blu-ray as well. That's the collector aspect, right? Like, yeah, this has a superior version, but I want to, I have to have these. I have to have the whole line. There's the back of the box. We have a commentary. That's another thing. Most of these releases do have audio commentaries, and often by some really important people. People that are very associated, like James Orsini. This is number 4. This is House of Bamboo. This has a commentary, newsreel. Pretty fantastic stuff. And you know, these movies had never looked as good as they did when they were released. And I'm going to say, who knows what the future holds, but like I was saying, with Disney owning these movies as they do now, and with streaming being in the future, and Disney really pushing a certain kind of product, I don't know what the future holds for a lot of these movies, because some of them got Blu-ray releases, but I do suspect that some of these DVDs may end up being the best presentation that we ever get for some of these film noir movies. People who are Blu-ray and 4K enthusiasts, I understand. We love 4K and Blu-ray as well. We buy them whenever we can, but there are plenty of movies that will never make the transition to Blu-ray, let alone 4K. And so we champion things like this. The Street with No Name, commentary by James Orsini. Okay, that was number 5. I believe I'm missing number 6. Yes, I am missing number 6. I have a list with the ones that I need on it. Number 6 is Nightmare Alley. I believe there's a Blu-ray of Nightmare Alley. Kino? I'm thinking maybe it's from Kino. Not sure. Don't quote me, but always do your own research. I'm just pulling things from memory here. But Nightmare Alley, I believe, does have a Blu-ray release, but I don't have it in DVD, and I need it. Number 7, The House on 92nd Street. Oh, this guy has a commentary by Eddie Muller. You guys know Eddie Muller is like one of the noir authorities. He's an author. He's written books about noir. He hosted, I think he still does every year, he hosts the noir festivals on, the actual noir festivals that visit around the country, San Francisco. I think there's one in Key Largo, but he also hosts on Turner Classic Movies. That's it, right? He hosts the noir films there as well. You know, Turner Classic Movies actually did a noir course a few years ago, maybe 4 years ago, and I took it. It was like a college level course for film noir. They do these, I don't know if they did one last summer, but it's seriously like a college professor teaches an online course. It's not something you can skate through. You do have to do the work. It's like, it ended up being like 20 hours of work a week. When I was done, I was like, it was a lot more intensive than I was expecting it to be, but I was glad that I did it. I passed. I have their certificate. But there were tests, there was a final exam. It was serious film noir studies. Eddie Muller had some involvement in that as well. That was number 7. Double check myself. Yes, number 7. Number 8, Somewhere in the Night. Somewhere in the Night with Richard Conte. Commentary by Eddie Muller. We are missing number 9. Whirlpool from 1949. So we skip to number 10, The Dark Corner, Lucille Ball in a film noir. Lucille Ball was, you know, we identify her as a leading lady of comedy, as we should, but she was also she was a femme fatale in noir. She was a very talented singer. You'd never know from I Love Lucy, but she was a really good singer. She was also an incredible business person, basically running Desilu. Star Trek would not have existed in the way that we know it if not for Lucille Ball. Anyway, this has a commentary on it as well. Again, that level of scholarship that the commentary brings is pretty fantastic. Hold on, I'm getting my numbers confused. Okay, that was number 10. Number 11, Kiss of Death. Number 12, Where the Sidewalk Ends. Number 13, No Way Out. Not to be confused with the more modern version of No Way Out. It's so interesting how so many of these titles pop back up again later. Another one coming at the end of this video. You're like, what? This is No Way Out with Richard Widmark. There's the back of the box. You see a commentary. Here's the commentary by Eddie Muller. And again, as with all of them, booklets packed full of pertinent information. Was that 13? Yes, that was 13. Number 14, Fallen Angel. Commentary by Eddie Muller. If you're an Eddie Muller fan, you probably have to have this line anyway, because he's all over it. Number 15, House on Telegraph Hill. Commentary by Eddie Muller. Number 16, Boomerang. Not the Eddie Murphy movie, a different Boomerang. Commentary by James Orsini. If you're paying attention too, you'll notice how many of these feature repeat talent, because of course these were contracted players with Fox. These are people that are in Fox's actor stable, so they would just be in. These movies were done cheaply. They were done quickly, cheaply. The dark lighting was part of what made them efficient. And now we look back on that as this wonderful style, but at the time it was just about economy. It was of course also about the style, but economy was a big part of it. It's like, how can we hide that we don't have a lot of sets? How do we hide that we don't have a ton of money in the shooting location? Dim lights. You're focusing on the actors. There's really, lots of fog, stuff like that. Number 17, House of Strangers with Edward G. Robinson. Man, Moses, see? So, a little snippet from the Ten Commandments. Audio commentary by author Foster Hirsch. Number 18, I Wake Up Screaming. I believe this one has a Kino Lorber Blu-ray as well. Audio commentary by Eddie Muller, plus a lot of other things as well. Number 19, Vicky. Some of these, full disclosure, some of these I haven't opened yet because I just haven't gotten to those particular discs yet. I'm still collecting them though. Doesn't mean I'm not interested. Vicky, still sealed here. Audio commentary by Foster Hirsch. We skip, let's see, we have skipped 20 and 21. Number 20 is Shock from 1946. And number 21 is 14 Hours from 1951. And then 22 is Black Widow. Ginger Rogers, Van Heflin, Gene Tierney, George Raft. That's a cast right there. That was a noir. That's a noir cast right there. Who is this? Audio commentary by film noir historian Alan Rode. Now we skip another one. That was number 22. Number 23 is Daisy Kenyon, which does have a Blu-ray. I believe that Blu-ray is from Kino Lorber as well. So that brings us to number 24, which is the last numbered release, and that is Dangerous Crossing with Jean Crane. Is her name Jean or Jeannie Crane? When they put an E on it, it's always, someone will tell me. We will know soon. Dangerous Crossing with an audio commentary by Aubrey Solomon. So this is going to round out the numbered releases. But as I said, there were two more. I have one of them. This would be 25. This is the one that came after 24. It's Moontide with Gene Gabin. Ida Lupino, the wonderful Ida Lupino. Her career itself probably deserves its own video. The last release is Roadhouse, which I do not have on DVD. And I'm not talking about the Patrick Swayze Roadhouse. I'm talking about this version of Roadhouse from, this is the Kino Lorber Blu-ray. So, yes, I have the Blu-ray. I don't need the DVD. I want that DVD so bad. I do need it. I need it. I need it for the completionist's sake. So that's really the rundown. I'm just checking my notes here to make sure. Yeah, so we're missing 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on DVD, it looks like, out of 26. So not bad. We're closing in on it. Some of them have really skyrocketed in value on the secondhand market, and I'm just always looking. These things pop up in the most unexpected of places. Sometimes I think I've found some at pawn shops for a couple of dollars. You're like, a noir film, and that doesn't seem like something you'd find in a pawn shop. It seems like something from a collector who would probably hold on to it, but They show up in the strangest of places. So that's going to do it for this video. This is the nearly complete Fox Film Noir DVD collection. As said, some of these have reached Blu-ray. Most of them have not. So it's going to be very interesting to see if they ever pop up again, maybe on Hulu, now that Disney has a majority stake in that company, but I'm not so sure. Just not so sure what the demand is for releases like this, but it's going to be interesting to find out. So I wish you a happy Noirvember. Please explore the wonderful offerings of black and white cinema from the pre-color days. Noir is a very wonderful film. I want to say genre. People will say film noir isn't a genre, pal. That's debatable, but I just dig it. I know a lot of you guys, we do get lots of comments that you don't watch movies older than you are, which is very limiting. Step outside the comfort zone. Check out some of these film noir classics. You may not immediately like them, but if you live with them, if you study them, if you read these liner notes, you begin to see how influential and important film noir was in shaping the current landscape of movies. We would not have the movies that we have now without these movies that paved the way. Gray characterization, moral ambiguity, good people doing bad things, bad people doing good things. How do we reconcile this? After World War II, it was all out the window. We were all wrestling with who are we? What are we capable of, and what do we do? Very interesting themes in film noir that are still interesting to study all these decades later. So guys, thank you very much. I appreciate you hanging out all the way to the end of this video. Do you have any of these releases? And hey, if you have any scoops on where I could find the ones that I'm missing, let me know. Guys, thanks so much. I appreciate you. Until next time, I will catch you later.